So today I messed up. I should know better. I went on YouTube, started watching videos. Next thing you know, one of those YouTube gurus comes on, and basically they're saying what works and what doesn't work for 2026 and what you should stop doing and what ended in 2025. And basically everything that they said you should stop doing in 2026 is what I do. I mean, I already know, and I know in my head that vlogging, or at least daily life vlogs and whatnot, it's definitely the hardest way to grow. There's no denying that. But it's kind of difficult because you know that what feels so right ultimately is wrong and just doesn't work. And when I say it's wrong, I'm talking in the sense of actual growth of a YouTube channel. If you're doing this and you don't have any intention of growing, or that's not your purpose, then disregard everything I'm saying. But if you're someone that ultimately has that little inkling of a idea that you would like to grow your channel, then I would say that what they're saying is it's true. I mean, let's face it, guys. A lot of people don't necessarily want to hear about your particular life, or if they do, they want to know how that can help them with their life and their struggles or things that they think about. There needs to be a trade-off for time and value gained. If you think about the audience, they're willing to trade in their time to get some kind of information that will help them with their daily life. And I get that. And a lot of times, if I'm just wandering around town filming random things, all I did was just waste their time in a sense. But I mean, there is an audience out there that does appreciate what you're doing, wants to see your family laugh at little jokes. I get that. But as far as the majority and as far as growing, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Problem is, when I watch videos like that, I start thinking to myself, man, maybe I'm wasting my time, I don't know if you're familiar. There's this like meme or some kind of picture. It's an image of these two miners. And at the end of the tunnel, it's covered by rocks. One miner, you see him turning back. And then on the other side of the rocks, there's diamonds. And then you see another miner at the bottom breaking through and getting to those diamonds. And you just realize if you just went a little bit longer, there would have been some kind of reward at the end. And I guess, the thing about YouTube is fair. YouTube, as far as like the goals, they're telling you at the end of the tunnel, which is 4,000 watch time hours, 1,000 subscribers, there is some kind of reward. Maybe it's pennies. Maybe it's like 1 penny per month. And eventually after 100 years, you will get your $100 or, whatever. But the fact is, like, they're pretty straightforward and they tell you that that's the goal. It's easy to be a miner and be like, I'm just going to turn around because that goal is so far away. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I have like a little over 1,000 subs and I'm at like 3,200 watch time hours. And I feel like the miner just giving up at the top. Even though you're so close, you feel so far. Even though I know on the other side of the rocks, likely there is some kind of reward, but sometimes you just want to turn around and you think to yourself like, man, this is a lot of work. So I have to like take a moment and reflect and just think about why I do this and find other joy in it, aside from like the views or the subs or anything like that. I really enjoy filming, I really enjoy editing, and I enjoy the conversations that I have in the comments and stuff like that. And I also really enjoy being a viewer and like cheering on my friends as they make videos and commenting and whatnot. So the experience of YouTube is like so much greater than my actual reward that I'm receiving in that sense, in sense of like YouTube goals. So I think, just for anyone out there that kind of struggles with these thoughts, or just thinking to yourself like, damn, this ain't worth it. Um, I've kind of made well, I've made several videos kind of saying the same thing. I don't know why it doesn't sink into my thick head, but you just got to find some other kind of joy or fun in doing this, because if you don't have the fun and joy and it just becomes like you digging in a tunnel, nobody wants to do that. I don't think anyone really wants to be a miner. If you are going to do it, I think you just got to decide with yourself, like, do you want to walk? Do you want to go with a bulldozer? Do you want to, like, how do you want to approach this thing? Because there's different ways. You could either walk, or you could be in a sports car and cruise through it. But if you go in a sports car, you really got to just play by the rules and make videos that probably don't necessarily bring you joy, but it does bring you viewership. If you walk, you know, you can't be bitter about not being in the sports car, you know? And I don't even know if that makes sense, and I don't know why I talk in code. It's just what I do. But yeah, try to avoid watching those videos if you don't want them to creep in your head. I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew it, but it got in there.